have it. Invite me, I'm bringing the ghetto. I be with the ghetto. It's in me, I can't seem to let go. I'm going hard in this bitch, going hard for them kids doing shit they ain't seen in the ghetto. I'm going hard for my mama, she knew I could do it. I pray every day just to prove it. I'm going hard for my granny, she wanted, she have it. The hood going hard for Miss Paxton. Megan can't do this and that. They hate to see where I'm at. They wanna put me in beef. Ain't talking to me. Southside forever. Get a brisk tee from the Texaco. Rocking booty shorts to the corner store. It's still trapping out the bago. Like, I can't even take half of you seriously. Like, half of y'all don't know if y'all don't with me. Or if you.
Damn near got the best in the world on her. I be ready to hit. Put her lips on my dick and she swirl on it. She be ready. She eating my with passion, it feel like she talking to me. She be telling me shit. Yeah, go ahead on it.
Yeah, pull out my get she on it. I know she with it, yeah, I know she want it. Paint her face like a Picasso. She smoking on like gelato. I need a sexy lip like mulatto. On the tip and you know that she keys. IG, come follow this. I ain't tryna do no cuddling. Sexy little chick, sexy little. Hold on, real quick.
See her 3 times a week, nobody know. Pull that out and eat soon as I hit the door. 2 days ago, I got at the lows. They know I be on go, I get at the store. Ooh, she a gangster. She don't even care if they look in the car. I can't tell if they know. Girl, get the mangoes. Let me get my leg out your way. I got manners, I'ma move your hair out the way. She put it out when she see me. She put this song on repeat. She love the top. Ooh, and she slide. Put it from the to her mouth, she a monster. And I might love her. She blow bubbles. Put both hands on the give massage.
Sexy little chick, sexy little. I love the way you walk, love the way you talk. Let a young come play your good smoke, good drink, you drive the boat. Go baby, I'm trying to give them to you. Go baby, I'm trying to all on you. She me up like a selection, with me to sleep rubber testing. The is amazing. She get protein when I give her them babies. Got her brand new Mercedes. I be like kiss on it while we in public to show that you miss it. The way that she take it, I got me a ditty. Yeah.
Say all the gym closed, so she been feeling lazy. She been late night snacking, but shawty's still my baby. Several watches later, I still rock and rollin'. I'm praying for the dead, I'm praying for my homie. I sleep by a scale and everybody know it. I hate it when a pretty girl starts snoring. Looking in the mirror like you a lucky man. How you gon' forget you spent 100 grand? Life must be good, it must be great and food. I'm from where it cost you $80. Mask on in the club, I make him break it up. He came outside, he thought mosquitoes ate him up. This if I ate town, make him take a bow. Come with you, you used to date a clown. Yeah, I want my cake and wanna eat it too. Spend it too. I get what you get just for an interlude. I might cop a yacht just to post a pic. Sleep or spin your block till he get motion sick. Cocaine with my co-defendant. I had that then once I hit that kidney. She been quarantined and let's shout it thick. She been quarantined and let's shout it thick. She been quarantined and let's shout it hips wide up. Got my right hand on the Draco like a vibe.
Leave me out the comments, leave me out the nonsense. Speaking out of context, people need some content. Trying to keep up, this not a contest. Whipping bands concept, heaven sent, God sent. At least that's what my mom says. Proof is in the progress, money's not an object. Busy than I'm. You know how my job get, barking up the wrong tree. You know how the dogs get, haven't fallen off yet. Come with a classic, they come around years later and say it's a sleeper. The earrings are real, the petty is real. Might charge my ex for a feature. Deposit the money to Brenda Letitia, or Linda Felicia. She came for me twice, I didn't even know for her once. You know I'm a pleaser. 42 millimeter, was made in Geneva. Yeah, I probably should go to Yeshiva. We went to Ibiza. Yeah, I probably should go link with Yeezy. I need me some Jesus. But soon as I started confessing my sins, he wouldn't believe us. Sins. I got sins on my mind and some M's. Got a lot of M's on my mind and my friends. Yeah, I keep my friends on my mind. I'm in love with 2 girls at one time and they 10s. That's why I got 10 on my mind. I got M's. Got a lot of M's on my mind and my friends. Yeah, I keep my friends on my mind. Should repent. I need me some Jesus in my life. Hey, hey, hey.
bricks is a movie. Show me the box like Boosie. She jump off the vert like Uzi. Blue cheese, hundreds, blue cheese. Model face like Karuchi. Makeup like Jeezy and Gucci. I flow like big with the Coochie. Swagged out, I'ma ride on them till that max out. Favorite rap back out. On that OnlyFans where it's out. You know I'm back. My neck full of Fiji. King in New York, I had a PC. Back on my boat. AR with a full clip. FDR with a new whip. Send it to DR for a new hit. We up on the ops like 2-zip. I'm Larry Davis on Webster. Got rid of weight like Flex. Yeah, Salt Bay with the chef. Breaking Bad with the Fresh McGregor with the left. Whooped it. I'm outside of some movie. Blue cheese. I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like blue sleep. I'm about my chicken like it's a 2-piece. You can have your bitch back, she a groupie. She just all my kids in a 2-seat. Swagged out. Familiar, we bringing them out. I still got some racks stuffed in the trap house. Off the 42, I'm out. I'm back on my bullshit. Spin back with a full clip. They say I'm moving ruthless. And my shooters, they shooting. I won't take it like roof, Chris.
Smoothie. Salute me. Oh, me. Don't let me with your groupie in a 2-seat. Pour off Latuli. Who he? Bust down. I see they don't like me, fight me. Pulled them shit with his wifey. Came a long way from busting Nikes. Bust down, protect, precisely. And this shit comes pricey. She like how I talk, spicy. Drip when I walk, spiky. Louis Vuitton, not no Nikes. Frequent or Schmitey.
It's official.
1, 2, 3.
We're here for a particular reason.
Time to put the kids to bed.
And that reason is...
It's time for the full 180.
Yep, you know what time it is. Time for another edition of the Full 180 right here on Mo Music, More Radio, where we like to move the masses and motivate with nothing but music. You got to listen to the sounds of my brother, my big brother, Mr. DJ, legend. I'm going to get the echo down for real, though. Man, look, it is Monday. I hope y'all had a good day. I had an excellent day, man. Look, this is the quote for the day. Read it with me. Feel it when I say it. I just wanted to be at peace with you. And if I got to settle for a piece of you, then I got to say peace to you. Look, if I can't have all, I don't want none. Speaking of that, man, that's just going to flow right into the topic today.
Can't have all.
And it's going to be a great time. And you know, it's always good when we're here in the Full 180. Look, we actually like to come make sure we can put together good content, and relevant information, man, that you may be dealing with. You know, certain topics that some people just won't talk about and stay away from, but you tell your girls and you tell your dudes. So we decided, let's bring everybody in the room and let's have a conversation. Tell me how you really feel. And let's discuss it like grown-ups. This is how we get down right here on the Full 180. Without any further ado, you know, we're going to get right into it. You know how we do. Can't stop. As I say, if you didn't get it Sunday, you're going to get it today. With none other than our girl, our first lady. Hey, ladies. Can't see a step.
Well, hello, for 180 land, saints, ain'ts, and others. I'm coming to you with a full 180 Convo announcements today. We have our sponsorship and promo pricing program. It is $50 weekly and it is $150 monthly. And for those who want to be private investors, please send us an email at thefull180convo@gmail.com. We are also still excited about our Juneteenth live show that's coming up in June, of course, on the 19th at Fair Park, starting at 10 a.m. Brought to you by Elite News. Mr. Darrell Blair, thank you for the invitation, sir, if you are watching. And we also have Antoine. His DFW Small Business Expo is going to be going on again this month on April the 24th between 11 and 6. Still going on at the Music City Mall there in Louisville. If you want to get in contact with Antoine, his number is, DJ Trigger, can you help me out with that number?
314-630-4465. 314-630-4465.
Thank you so much for that. And we have a new podcast starting on April the 10th called Hey Ladies by yours truly, Casey Estelle, Miss Tiffany. So, of course, I'm excited about that. But we have another announcement that's going to shock the cast as well. I'm about to hold it up. We have...
We always move on.
We have 4180 merchandise available now. So hit us up again through email. You can go through all of our social media platforms, which is on Facebook, YouTube, and on Instagram. And again, if you cannot see it, do y'all love it, guys?
Yeah.
Do y'all like it? Y'all ready for one? Y'all want one in white and red too? I do.
You
I want it in every
all the
color.
colors.
I want my name on the back and on the sleeve.
Special shout out to
I want mine in blue.
Special shout out to Slim Thick, the Cranes, Enterprise Man, of course, Walks. That is my aunt, Yolanda Walker. She making the shirts. And the young lady who makes this sweatshirt. Made and accepted and approved by the king. All the way in Kansas City, none other than Michelle. I'm coming. I need a whole wardrobe when we leave. Well, we're going to get them to make the shirts, man. As soon as we put the pricing together, trust me, you'll know about it. And we'll move forward. We're excited about the apparel. We're excited how God is moving this, man. And we're just going to keep trying to move it the best way we can. But we want you to be a part of it. But go ahead. Got to finish the announcement.
Oh, that actually finishes the 4180 church announcements. Please, everyone, govern yourselves
Accordingly.
Usher legend.
Is there one?
Is there one? So yeah, without any further ado, man, we gotta get into the show now. There's one other thing I do want to remind you of. We have added something new because we like to make sure you are a part. So, with that being said, you can now call in with your questions. You can call us at 469-224-3874. Some of y'all that's real slow. 469-224-3874. Now you can call in, talk to us live right here on the radio. You can also comment. So, like I said, we are steadily evolving. We are just taking the back seat and let the Lord in the front, let Him guide us where we need to go. So, we're excited to bring that new to you. So, without any further ado, you know cannot do it without the cast or the family in the building, man. Of course, you know my brother, Mr. DJ Legend. He's here. You got to listen to him. To the left is none other than
It's that singing for me.
Whatever you like.
None other than Lucky. Professional Roy is in here. Next to her is none other than our first lady, Miss Casey. Hey, ladies. Estelle. To my right is none other than Dr. B. She almost there. Don't hurt her. She'll kill her. And of course, due to the subject, man, my brother is always in pocket. Love him to life. None other, you used to call him irrational. I just call him the thinker. None other than Mr. Clint Baker. Thank you for great
Thanks
for inviting me.
No problem, man. But look, let's go right into it. I don't even want to hold back. I've been waiting for this all day. Topic for today is none other. The prenuptial agreement. Is it necessary? Is it unnecessary? Why do we have to do this? I said I loved you. You don't believe me? I said forever. Forever. But now what? You want me to sign my name?
Absolutely.
I signed it on the marriage license.
No.
Okay. But that prenup is before that marriage license. That's all the way to
Hence
its
the term.
Absolutely. That comes before all that.
A little, because you know I like to do my research. We're going to get to the definition of what prenup is, y'all definition. However, I did find this nugget. Dr. B would appreciate this. Over 80% of women are doing prenups.
I found that same fact.
Oh, look at that. I told you she got them facts. Gotta get them. So let's get into it. Prenups. Y'all think it's necessary or unnecessary?
I think it's becoming necessary.
Okay.
And I say, and it's funny that the statistics say that more women are getting them because more women have found themselves needing the financial help after a divorce. And so and on the other side of it, more women are becoming professionals. They're starting to brand themselves and have businesses and things like that. And so before the marriage, we need to establish some things because if I did all this and somebody is taking away from me, if they want to get divorced over, crazy things. And I was also looking at a lot of the marriages, a lot of the people are getting prenups and they are actually being thrown out because people are asking for stupid stuff. Like if she gained more than 20 pounds, we got to get a divorce, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So
that's just some ignorant stuff right there. I'm sorry.
But it's unfortunately that people are doing it though. Yes, it's real talk.
But judges aren't even like honoring stuff like that anymore. But it used to be a thing.
You wasn't when I was shooting in the gym.
I'm not about to do it.
Okay.
I'm waiting on this one. Look like his mouth was about to open.
Nope. You got to wait. It's the guest.
We gotta wait.
Wait,
okay.
It's my brother.
Well, I thought we let the guest go first.
We good. Get this side pocket. Bang bang.
No, I was just observing.
Y'all been waiting since last week.
Gotcha.
I believe in the black prenup. A black prenup for us broke people is whatever you brought in, whatever I brought in, when we break up, you take it with you. And whatever we put together, we split it.
There you go.
And I just think a prenup is necessary depending on your financial situation.
Right.
If I marry a celebrity, someone makes more than me, she should protect her assets. Now, if I'm marrying a roundaway girl who ain't got as much as me, what we need a prenup for? We can just split our bank accounts when we done. So,
He like that one.
It's overrated for certain people.
The bamboo earrings, at least 3 pairs.
Yeah.
That's
that's the problem. Some of y'all worth, as I would say, I know I'm worth a lot. But then you get with these $2 women. How you worth 2.1 and you with a $2?
But they know that.
What you mean?
They know they picking these $2 women.
He said round the way. When I saw you, you was on the bus stop.
Absolutely.
And when I leave you, I'm gonna leave you on the bus stop.
Absolutely. But he still knew. He still knew he was picking that roundaway girl at the end of the day.
Then.
So don't act like all of a sudden now that you got a little money, you need to pick this roundaway girl because you just want her to be cute and shut up. That's what you want. You want this pretty thing on your arm, but you don't want to be able to talk. You don't want to be able to think. You want to be able to run it because you make all this money. You want to wear the pants at the house. Fine, don't mind you wearing no pants, but don't treat me like no roundaway girl because you came and got me.
I can't treat you nothing than what you act like.
Is that right?
So you
act we can
like
do that to
roundaway.
Too.
I'm going to treat you like round and way.
You knew I was a roundaway girl when you came and got me. Don't play them games with me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You don't cut me off. Okay.
I'm coming right at you too. Because if a roundaway girl cooked for you, made your bed, took care of you when you were sick, helped you, had your back, cookie lying. No. Let me just say cookie lying it. And that roundaway girl deserves whatever they built together. They need to divide, and that's what I think.
So what about the other way around? Because I know at some point we talked about how when women make more than their men and all this other stuff. So what if I met him and he was riding on the bus and now we together and he driving my Beamer, but then something happened and if I had one. And because if I'm making a lot of money to where I have to sign a prenup, I'm driving something. So let's say, something does happen. I'm supposed to say, you know what? You had my back. You did all these things. You keep the Beamer. That's a double standard. Then y'all just say, take the roundaway girl back to the roundaway?
I don't think we mind walking away with nothing. I think it's y'all that's always worried about what I'm going to get.
I have a caveat to that.
Yes.
More men are actually taking half of their wives' 401ks.
As we should.
A lot of men are dividing assets. So if you have a woman and you were the dude and you was in school and you were trying to make something of yourself, but then y'all split up, even if he did wrong, in the state of Texas, we're a community property state.
Right.
So that man, even if he has your children, even all this, he can take half of your 401k. I have seen it happen.
Really?
Well, that's only fair. I mean, y'all been getting away with it for years.
That's because wait, for a long time. We was having to pull back and be submissive and let the man run the house and bring home.
Hold on, but I'm like this. Hold on. I'm like this though.
Caesar, don't let her know.
I'm like this. You can do whatever you want to do. if I'm bringing in the bread and you would, you know, it's like, what's that word? With the prenup, I wouldn't want, if we break up, we're gonna split it. Mm-hmm. Now, if I came in with something and you came in with something, I'm gonna split it because I want you to be yourself. I want you to have your lifestyle. That's just me, period. You know, it's like matter of fact, with Dr. Dre, when he got his divorce, she wanted what, $2 million a month?
She wasn't living that good.
$2 million a month.
Ain't made a
but
beat
we
nothing.
don't know what she was dealing with outside of everything else. That's what I'm saying. The least you could do is the financial part. We don't know what that woman was dealing with behind them closed doors.
I'm not finna give her $2 million a month. He had gave her a house. He gave her a whole bunch of stuff, but she still want $2 million a month.
Sometimes it's excessive. Now I will agree.
That's excessive.
Both men and women's side. It can be a little excessive. Because as far as me, let somebody bring a prenup to me. I'm going to sign it because for one, I'm marrying for love. I'm not marrying for you.
Right.
But if you want to bring a prenup to me,
for love.
I'm going to sign it. I definitely will. But please understand, I'm not going to sign it foolishly. It's going to be some clauses because some men and some women want that man and that woman to stay home.
That's like
so if you afford me
now.
a lifestyle for me to stay home and take me off of my job, guess what? You're going to make sure when you want to walk up out of here that lifestyle can still be allotted when you're gone.
And to see
no, go ahead.
The big thing that I've noticed, because I do marriage counseling, so this ends up in my office. And everybody dances around marriage and what it's supposed to be and love, but finances have to be discussed. I think it is an essential part of the conversation before you get married, so that's already decided, so that if a prenup comes up, nobody's feelings are hurt. But so many times we disillusion ourselves. We'll say, "Oh, I love him. But stuff happens. You know?
Oh, and I understand
so
that. I'm not gonna be foolish,
definitely should explore that option. Prenups they can save a lot of confusion on the back end, especially if children are involved.
You know, I'm gonna marry for love, but I ain't gonna be foolish.
Right.
So basically, you telling me now, just now, nowadays, y'all telling me. So now this whole love and marriage thing is a contract.
Most people think that.
Yeah.
I have never heard not one person ever not refer to a marriage as a contract.
It is.
So what's a gold digger? And what I mean by that is a gold digger mostly referred to a male or a female?
Female, but there's a gigolo.
And that's why the prenup really was started, to prevent the gold digger from cleaning us out.
And why was it needed? It's because the woman didn't work. She had to rely on the man to take care of everything, but not the history of the whole thing.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but
nowadays, about the why it was created.
Nowadays, she can work if she want to work.
Absolutely,
she can do what she want to do.
I want to work.
She can get a whole degree.
I'm telling you, we signing a prenup. Because for one thing, I'm not finna rely on nobody else's finances if we don't work out. Because I'm gonna go get my own regardless. Yeah, and what I'm not about to do, I'm not about to. If we both, first of all, I'm not gonna be with nobody who's not a go getter. I'm done with that. If we not both trying to build a business and build a brand and all that other stuff, we not on the same page. That's the first thing. Secondly, if something does happen, we should both be able to sustain on our own. Right. And yes, will be some things that will split and all that other stuff. But again, like you said, it's gonna be established before that happen. Otherwise, I'll be bad out by myself.
And I hate to correct our guests, but prenups were actually established in the 1800s, and 16th century by families. The families would establish a prenup for the dukes, duchesses, lords, ladies, to prevent titles from being handed down to commoners. So it actually wasn't a part of the man and woman marriage. It was a clause that was involved with dowries. And it goes back to the ages of kings, queens, that feudal type of area. And so it really wasn't a part of a marriage. It was arranged by families first to protect their sons and daughters and their titles and land.
No, that's great to know.
And then it evolved to the gold digger.
Yeah,
I was speaking on the gold digger. dollars.
That was my thinking.
I'm about the kings and queens.
To go with what y'all said, so I did the research. Todd and Candy. I love Candy. You know,
as long as she ain't.
However, you know, Todd didn't want to sign the prenup. However, Todd got smart. You know why I say Todd smart? You signed the prenup, but what you did was you created businesses with your wife. So now I have a negotiation tool. Mm-hmm. So, like in the movie Why Did I Get Married Part 2, where he said I wanted half of the book sales, I was there. I had to deal with your attitude. I had to cook for you. I had to do this. I had to do all
So what's the difference with a woman doing?
I'm gonna need half. I'm gonna need some of that.
So why is a woman? Why is the word gold digger being brought up on the prenup when it comes to the woman? But just like you just said, you was there. You did all that other stuff. You should get half. Absolutely.
Of course.
If you're building something with that person, but the whole point of the prenup thing is like she said, it should just be discussed before anything else, because finances is one of the number one things that break up marriages.
Yes, and a lot of situations happen because most people who have money walk into the relationship flashing their money in the first place.
Right.
They're trying to buy that man and that woman.
But ain't that the reason why you got with me in the first place? Because you was broke?
Not necessarily.
No.
You telling me women don't walk in there with no agenda?
They do.
Some.
Absolutely.
Not all women.
Because I'm going to tell you, if that's the case, you need to cut off Atlanta Housewives tonight. Don't
I don't watch it anyway.
Another chapter. It ain't housewives. It's girlfriends, exes, and thudunts.
But a lot of women don't come to it that way.
You dummy don't know the Underground Railroad was something real.
We talking about Portia. We ain't talking about anybody else. All women don't walk in looking at money.
No, we don't.
Not all women, but there are some women that do. But some men and some women start flashing their money immediately. So then when you got this woman and you got this man because you flashing your money, now that's all they want you for.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden you mad. Well, stop flashing your money first.
But it's just vice versa. Even with Todd and Candy, you know, if Candy decided to drop him, you know, I'm not gonna lie and say Todd didn't see an area opportunity. I'd be stupid to think that. Yeah, she look good, but her bank account was finer than her.
But I guarantee you, those businesses that they have together, there is a legal clause that say this is what you get and this is what you get.
Absolutely,
because there are
clauses. And that makes sense. That makes sense. You know, if it's a clause in there, that makes sense, especially if they build stuff together.
Well, in addition, you have to consider, back in the day, women had a dowry. And that was money that the wife's family, the woman's family gave to the man and that he acquired it. So it's always been set up to be more beneficial for a man. Now, if you take it one step further, we see the Atlanta housewives and all that stuff, but that's the minority. Most women are left with children. They're left with the debt. They're left with the house. They're left with the car. I'm speaking from my own personal experience, because when he shot the deuce, he left the daycare bill, the mortgage, the truck. I wish he would have came for my 401k. He'd have seen the non-licensed side of me. But I'm just saying, if you look statistically speaking, women are the ones getting the short of the stick, not men, and that's because we bear the children.
My big problem is, go ahead.
I was gonna say, now if he has the children, he should be getting the child support. He should be getting the financial stuff like that.
Right.
I mean,
that's true. That's what I told somebody sitting at the table. Well, if she with me, if the child's with me,
you don't pay child support.
Well, that's what Britney Spears and her choreographer, he gets child support because he got the kids all the time.
Yep.
But even we split the kids. I don't see why child support can't go both ways.
Actually, if you have joint custody, there's no child support. If you can prove that you have 50-50, no money needs to exchange hands because you're both sharing the child.
Well, I had joint.
That's legal.
Yeah.
If that's the case, those people owe some back pay. Like, real owe some back pay.
I'm just saying.
I'm owed a lot of back pay.
Look, if you just tuned in, we are talking about the prenup. The prenuptial agreement. Is it necessary or unnecessary? Now, another food for thought. I've also read that there's a such thing as a post-prenup. So, basically, after we get together and do our thing, and we're together, we can do a prenup while we in the middle of the relationship. Is that what you think about that?
Sounds like an entanglement.
That sounds like some Illuminati stuff right there.
I don't.
Let's just be rich and just live our own double lives, not even get divorced.
And you know what's so funny?
You go
What you
upstairs
just
and I
said,
go
thought about
downstairs.
it. I was like, so if that's the case, if this is another fun fact, if you brothers, I need y'all to listen clearly. If you have a young lady that you're dating and she stays at your house 1 or 2 nights out the week, she can get had.
Yep.
Because she's accustomed to living a certain lifestyle.
And that's why I put their ass out.
Leave their shoes.
Get out my
and
head.
Yeah.
Get out my head.
Look.
40 minutes. Bye.
That quote.
Do you need
that
to find your shoe?
That's
Here's
me.
your shoe. Here's your shoe, babe.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, bring
The buses stopped running.
As a matter of fact, I just leave her house.
You know what I'm saying? Let me just leave because I don't want her.
Look, you not gonna spend the night? No.
You want to wash off? Nah, I bathe at the house.
Yeah, I'm out at you.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Now, I read these things and these thoughts and but what kills me is, so you mean to tell me in 2021 we are telling our kids that this is what you do when you get married now? That is scary. That goes against the whole principle of what marriage is. Right. Then in all this, where's the love? Ain't no.
But why does it have to be a negative thing, though? Why do people see prenups and say, "Oh, that"?
Because some people put it as a negative thing.
Because why am I going into something with a plan B? If you,
why is it a plan B? That's what I'm saying. I used to think it was a plan B, but it's not like a plan B as in, oh, just in case we break up. It's just a protecting yourself. Because I mean, I've been married twice that I each thought was forever, and stuff just happened. People fall out of love. Things just happen. Sometimes it's just you can't predict breaking up or staying together. So you just protect yourself, just like buying insurance for anything else. You bought this house that you plan on paying for 30 years. But, stuff happen. You might want to move. It might burn down. You got to move. So,
With him in it?
What you say?
With him in it.
Wow. Y'all don't turn off the burning bed. Please. Don't watch that movie no more. But even what they're saying, it's just, once again, if that's the case, then there should be no engagement. Y'all should be fine with us being boyfriend and girlfriend. Don't come to me and talk about we exclusively dating. No, we're not. No, we're not. Because see, my thing is this: when I marry you, I'm not doing no hyphen. Either you're gonna change your name and we're gonna be one, or you're gonna be by yourself. Pick and choose. You have a choice.
Or find somebody else who cool with it.
Cool. and then when you got him and want me, you'll be back. Speaking of that, we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back right on my music on radio. You know where we motivate to move. Motivate to move the masses with music. Get to it. The prenup. Is it necessary? Unnecessary. You want to know. Hey, make sure you chime in. Give us a call on the number. It's posted on the comments. We want to hear what you got to say right here on the Full 180 Convo. Let's go, Cecil.
He slid right on in.
He gonna play it.
Cat while I switch gears. You keep on running from these backs. I pull them tracks out. Come
baby,
here.
After we ain't gon' talk about leave right there. Tell your bitch that can't come back here. He gon' hit from the back on me up in the baby, air. Keep that fuck. Put it up in the air.
We stacking these hundreds that coming in layers. Going outside, I grew up with the players. I seek my bitch to slam them down, get it in blood, no one don't care. After that mission, park the track, fuck in the back and fix her.
What's up, big daddy? Tell me what's up, he sent me a text, so I sent him the addy. The way you grip on the that's how I want you to grab me. Say taste like Laffy Taffy, split on the like gymnastics. I said, ooh, little B, cause he get nasty.
Hey, come on, baby, I know you special. Mindset on all way above average. Little ass nigga, but I been about action. Smacking, shawty man, them I ain't acting. Let a nigga play with my Don't blast tragic, everybody get free cash. Her nails and feet stay up to par. Need to see friends till when you gagging.
Yeah, he call me Big Purr. Come make the purr.
The SRT make her get wet, play in that cat while I switch gears. You keep on running from these backs, I pull them tracks out.
Yeah,
come
baby,
here.
after we ain't gon' talk about leave right there. Tell your bitch that can't come back. Yeah, he gon' hit from the back on me up in the baby, air. Keep that fuck, put it up in the air.
We stacking these hundreds, they coming in layers. I'm going outside, I grew up with the players. I see my bitch to slam them down, get it in blood, no one care. After that mission, park the track, in the back and fix her.
Suicide door, brand new bag. College girls giving in my raps. Rockstar life, so much money, I'll make you laugh. Hey, they hate and you can't miss what you never had. Hey, hey, off the juice, got me tripping. Cut the coupe, walker roof is missing. Ice, lemonade, my neck was dripping. Ice, lemonade, my neck was dripping. Why? My time, I can tell you really hate your life, just same as mine. I can't relate, designer frames, I'm blind today. I'm never late, the money calling, it needs space. Boss, suicide door, brand new bag. College girls giving in my raps. Rockstar life, so much money, I'll make you laugh. Hey, they hate and you can't miss what you never had. Hey, hey, off the juice, got me tripping. Cut the coupe, walker roof is missing. Ice, lemonade, my neck was tripping. Ice, lemonade, my neck was tripping. I'm flying to everybody. Helicopter in the middle of the hood, I'm flying to everybody. All this fame, you chasing, I swear I don't care about it. Boy, you play, you gon' front of everybody. Leave some blood on the street by some red bottoms. Hard to hell, but I wish that they headshot them. Free my alone where the fans got it. I used to pray for a plug, go out the way and come back with a lot of them. I used to dream about condos when we live in Lennox, now I stay on top of them. I wouldn't give a damn if he ran them up a whole billion, I still wouldn't acknowledge me. He put my name in the song with a is he on kill, but we gotta go get him. House big as in the middle of nowhere. I took it down, I don't care with my well. I made Lil' Kel spin the block on the 4-wheel. Not for real, spin the block on the 4-wheel. $5 million for me, that ain't no deal. I done made that time 6 in like 3 years. All this rap, I can't even talk about this track. I just hope they can.
All right, guys, we're back, and this is your favorite licensed professional, Lucky License Roy, with a health hack for you today. As we're talking about these things, it's good to stay on your P's and Q's. The tip for today is train your brain. According to the American Heart Association, failing brain health is becoming a public epidemic. 3 out of 5 Americans are developing brain diseases in their lifetime. So what are ways that you can strengthen your brain? Learn something new, such as a new language, vocabulary, new words. Exercise your memory by not using Google Maps all the time. Try to remember some locations. Do Sudoku puzzles. Get up and do something that requires you to actively think. Your brain is not just a mush of mass. It is like a functioning muscle. The more you exercise it, the better it gets. Try one of the brain training apps out there. There's a lot of them out there now to try to challenge yourself. Tetris is more than just a fun game. It actually helps stimulate brain activity. And with a rise in dementia, Alzheimer's, all types of these brain diseases, many of them can be combated against simply by doing 5 or 10 minutes of brain exercise. So that's me with your health hack for today. Train your brain, people. A mind is a terrible, terrible thing to waste.
You right. I'm glad she segued right into that. We're right here at Mo Music More Radio talking about the prenup. Is it unnecessary? Unnecessary. I can't get unnecessary out of my mouth. Is it necessary or unnecessary?
Because it's necessary.
Yeah, okay.
It's necessary.
Don't forget you can chime in by commenting or call us at 469-224-3874. Now, look. somebody hit on something a while ago, and I definitely wanted to talk about it. The whole thing about with the man wanting their wife to be a stay-home mother, right?
Or wife.
Yeah, or even vice versa. Maybe the wife wants her husband to stay at home. Either way. Now, my thing is, so it comes to this whole prenup thing. I don't necessarily have too much sympathy for dudes who say, hey, stay at home. However, with that being said, I can't go along with the woman who says, well, now the kids is gone, I don't know what to do, and he just wanted me to stay at home and take care of the kids. No, why you take care of them kids? Depending on who you picked, you could have went and got your degree. I mean, because I'm trying to figure out why is school? Oh my man, why are you sitting there not planning that these kids are gonna be gone?
Well,
they're just renting a space.
Who gonna pay for her to go to school if she's sitting at home? I'm just asking. I'm talking about the woman who stayed at home to take care of the kids. And you're saying, well, why didn't she go get a degree? Well, who's paying for school while she's doing that? Is he paying for school? What if he don't pay for school? How's she gonna?
My ex-wife went to school for those 5 years. I made sure I paid all the bills and turned around and put money in her account every month so she could have money. She was in the military. She was getting that GI Bill money, but when she paid her bills, she didn't have nothing. So 5 years straight, I paid $400 on her account every month.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your kind of man. No, I'm not talking about that kind of man.
What kind of man she's talking about?
You know, there's some dudes. Don't play me.
He know he play.
Hey,
there's some dudes out there who don't want their woman to do anything, and that's stupid. The woman I'm talking about. But she didn't know that before she got with a man. Some men do change. So what does she do? You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, and that's what I'm getting at when we're talking about, you know, when the woman has to go after him for the finances, because we don't know. He probably really didn't want her to do anything. I know people I know a family member personally who keeps having babies. She don't have no choice but to have these babies. Otherwise, she gonna be out on the streets with those babies.
Why she keep having babies?
Don't do nothing because that's the only way she can stay in that house.
Well, she has a self-esteem issue then.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
That's a self-esteem. Yes.
But it is. But it started after the first 5 or 6 years of marriage.
Wow.
The first 5-6 years of marriage were great. All of a sudden, he changed. He took care of her, paid all the bills, gave her money, go get her nails, hair done, went shopping. You know, he was well to do. For 5 and 6 years, they took trips, all kinds of stuff. She had that first baby. You staying at home. You not working. You taking care of the kids. And she just kept doing it.
What's the problem?
Did she agree to it?
All she doing is using her back and her knees. Lay down or bend over.
What I'm saying, no.
What you complaining about?
So she agreed to that. She agreed to just stay at home and just.
At first, yes, because it wasn't like it is now.
Okay.
Now she wants to get out. She wants to work. She wants to go to school, but she has no means. No means. She has no working experience. Anytime she tries to get out and do stuff for her, to better herself, it's an issue. He threatened to take the house. He threatened to take the kids. He get the kids because she don't have
That'd be an issue where she can get what she wants. Then she go ahead and divorce him.
Not if she's scared. Exactly. And that's the kind of man and woman that I was talking about. That's that kind of man right there. Unfortunately, though, there are men and women out there that have such a control and a grip on some of these men and these women that they are frightened to move and do anything outside of that relationship. Exactly. So it's not so easy to say, go get a degree when that man and that woman's foot is on your neck. It's just not that easy. And all situations are definitely different. Again, like I said, I would sign a prenup. It is what it is because I ain't in it for the money in the first place. Exactly. Period. It don't matter to me. Exactly. But at the end of the day, there are men and there are women that are taking their significant other and doing exactly that. And we, not me, let's be all the way clear, America.
So you still in it for love?
Say that again.
You still in the marriage thing for love?
I'm a heart girl, absolutely.
Oh, no, love don't live here anymore.
Because then that's the first.
Wow.
Because then for me, 1 Corinthians 13 don't mean nothing.
Nah, it means something. It means something to me. Just love don't live here anymore.
Because of hurt.
No, it just got smarter.
No, necessarily.
I'm smarter, but I'm still gonna love.
You might be blocking your emotional problems.
You
may need the benefit to let go of some of that hate so you can further grow. And
I don't hate
also,
anybody.
having a baby, laying down, sitting up. Last time I checked, unless a man has a hemorrhoid the size of 7 pounds, he better not say nothing about bringing babies in the world. Because there are women out there who have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids because that man wanted those kids. Has had body issues. Women that get dumped, like traded in, like it's a lease model. Every 20 years, he want to upgrade. So prenups protect women like that because it's a control issue. I've had you at the house. I've kept you pregnant. I've kept you ignorant. I've kept you in the box. And now you don't look like you used to. It's time for me to upgrade. And that happens a lot.
And that's a two-way street, right?
And it's a two-way street. But it is more common. Statistically, it is more common with women because women's bodies change after they have children.
And on the same side of it, taking care of the kids, they're starting to neglect the man because they're trying to make sure that the kids are straight. You know what I mean? And the man's at work, doing what he do. Right. And he wants to come home and be with his woman, but she got to do things with the kids, and he got to try to fit his time in with the kids, and it's just like. It just kind of take over and get consumed with taking care of the kids in the home on both sides. And so everybody is just in their feelings about a lot of stuff.
And the thing about it is, too, with men, there's something that happens right around 45, 50, that midlife crisis. They want to go get the sports car, get the upgrade, get the cuter girl that's free, that has time for them. The woman doesn't have time anymore because she's taking care of the kids. She's at the PTA meetings. She's baking goods. Well, before COVID, she was baking goods, doing things, but she didn't have time for the husband because she was doing her job as a wife. Fast forward, this man's going through his thing. He wants a better looking companion that he can have fun with. And ergo, the prenup. And I'm telling you, I see this in my practice. Married people going through exactly this. And it is statistically, more women are negatively impacted than men.
But why is that?
Because of the way
in your profession.
In my professional opinion, the reason why that is because you're dealing with centuries and centuries and centuries of women being the subservient creature. Women that expected to be, stay at home, stay clothed, stay covered. I mean, let's just call a spade. Polygamous relationships were a thing. We're not that far off from those type of relationships. So what a prenup came to be, it was protection, but it was only protection for the man. Only now in the 20th century has prenups existed and benefited women. Case in point, one woman married to this man for 20 years. The woman cheated. The man cheated on the woman. The woman actually got to take the other woman to court. She sued the other woman and won because the other woman was the reason for the breach in contract.
Girl, bye. She wasn't either. He was.
Ma'am.
You don't get to blame no one.
Man, you know what?
She was the breach. Did you not hear her tell that?
She was the breach.
Sitting here thinking about what you just said. I should just went on and took everything what I wanted. But you know what? After 17 and 18 and a half years, she tell me she don't be married no more. I should took everything.
Yeah.
But you know what? I left it because you know what? It freed my mind.
But I think part of the thing that's missing is people aren't having the conversations ahead of time.
They're not talking.
They're not.
You sure they know it.
It's like my situation.
No conversation.
And by the time they end up in my office, it's too late.
Look, when my situation, I went through a lot of stuff. I packed up my kids in one suitcase. I left everything else. I didn't have no money in the bank, nothing. I left everything. When court came, they were like, he's offering $400. Whatever, I'm just ready to let this go. Whatever he can afford, that's fine. As long as I get my babies, I'll figure out the rest.
Again.
And I got that for maybe a year. I even, and people think I'm so crazy. And we're talking about child support. We're not talking about anything else, but I haven't seen a dime. I don't even ask for it. I went to the court and told them to stop sending him letters about the child support.
He a buster.
Because
it's $100.
It shouldn't be about
He a
that.
buster. He a buster.
But that sound like that. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's like a you problem, not a my problem. See,
and it was.
You chose that. You chose to, in the words of Clint, that Build-A-Bear. You chose to have kids with him. You allowed him to control you at the house. If you want to move around, you can move around. But if you want to continue having them kids, that's on you. When you ready to go, and you can't tell me that. I've been around black women all my life. When y'all are done, trust me, you're done. And we ain't no conversation, period.
And it's funny you say that because my problems centered around the fact I wanted to go to school and I wanted to work. That's when all of our problems started happening. I was making more money. Barring we were early 20s. You know, we were young.
Got you.
But I was making more money. I was elevating. I was having the kids and going to school and working and giving it to you when you got home from your 12 to 20 hour shift. Oh, yes, sir, because I like it just as much as them dudes do.
There you go.
Lady in the streets.
Don't come home and tell me you tired and you been out on the field all day.
I'm 40, I'm tired.
Well, all I know
Give me my 5 minutes. I've been waiting on all day. Okay? So
that's all you getting. Take my clothes off.
Heavyweight title.
Dr. Mike says she's at the door.
The kids are already in the bed. Time for you to go get in there.
Well, I know there are some women that are not as strong as other women. They're weak-minded. Unfortunately, we can go back to abuse. We can go back to a whole bunch of topics of why women are not leaving. Of course, when you've had enough or you've had that near-death experience, but some esteem and some insecurities will keep you in a treacherous, tumultuous, lockdown relationship.
Yes,
now, unfortunately, that is none of us here. But we can all say we have been in something that lingered a little longer than it should have. That is every person.
But you know, my thing is, so when I hear, and I'll use my situation. I don't want to. I'll speak in general. My situation, or not situation. My issue with that is when, she can't leave, or some people are not weak. See. And I just learned this, and I actually looked it up and to find out what it is, because I don't like using it unless it actually fits. And it actually fits because somebody said something about feelings. You need to learn how to use an emotional condom about your feelings and your emotions.
He said emotional condom.
Yeah, emotional condom.
Compartmentalize your feelings.
Thank you. Because so everything that you feeling is not emotional. Because the same way you feel, if I pinch me, I feel too. I get tired of hearing that word. Well, I feel like. Well, I felt like going to sleep. Why are you talking to me? Point. Keep it moving. Just get out your feelings. If you want to talk, let's have, like she said, have conversation. Let's just have the conversation.
Are you just talking to me or you talking about everybody? Because everybody started looking at me like, no, I'm just asking this question because everybody was doing this.
I am just looking that way.
No, it wasn't like that. No, I'm just saying folks start going,
hey, ladies.
Folks start going, that's like, are you talking to me by myself? Like, I was confused.
She was talking to your face.
Let me turn this way. See, I'm glad nobody can
it was my face. Oh, my bad. I know I got 10. I can make 10 in 10 seconds.
But yeah, I mean, even men have to learn how to use emotional condom, bro. Right. Everything is, you can't be in your feelings about everything. I'm sorry, the dude, whoever did you like that, to me, that's not no grown man. You made a little boy. And he was a little boy at 20. Mm-hmm. Because if you a grown man and you don't never forget about your woman's ambitions and goals.
Mm-hmm. Right. You supposed to
pour into her like she's supposed to pour into you. Right. That's why it's called a partnership. That's why I answer it. That prenup thing, that ain't with me. If we together, we together. Now, if we split up, something go on, let's have the conversation. If it can't work out, cool. I'm not finna fight and fuss with you. I ain't got a problem. I left mine. And when I left, I got everything that belonged to me. And when you called, but Daddy, we got robbed. Nope. Your mama said she was ready for me to go. So I gave her what she wanted.
So let me ask you a question. What made you establish that it was yours if y'all were together?
Well, see, when you said get all your stuff and leave, You establish that couch mine, that washer and dryer is mine, that TV is mine.
This house mine.
I left you the house.
But what made it yours? That's what I'm saying. When
As he
what
said,
determined that it was
without
yours?
signing a prenup, the black prenup, what's yours, you take with you.
So y'all didn't purchase it together?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
No,
That's what
no.
I'm asking. How do you determine it's yours?
Even if we purchased together, and I've been knowing Greg for years, most good men are gonna just walk away and say, "I'll go find me another place to stay."
That's what I did.
Especially if she have children. You know, why would you tell her to get out? You know what? I'm just gonna find another place to stay.
And I hate being. I mean, I got to a point in my life I get tired of being the bigger person about stuff. But because of who I am and where I come from, I know I now know how to walk away. And I've said this publicly and privately. I don't have a problem with people walking away from me. You know why? I'm used to it. So when you walk away, you just told me who you were. In the words of me and my mother, when you show me who you are, trust me, I believe it, and I'm gonna handle you just like that.
And most men are built to be survivors. It's a reason why my grandmother would let the girls come home and tell us, go out there and figure it out. You know, so I understood it. You know, when my family members came home, the females, and if I happened to come home, well, you got the couch, the girls got the room. So I understood the dynamic of it. So if I left a situation, you know, you can have the house. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So my perfect prenup would be if I would have married my child's mother. When we break up, let me get the kid. You can have everything else.
Well, I had a situation where I was asked to leave, and my kids were very small. And then there was a situation I was in where I was done, so I left it all, and I bought it all. So, here, it's yours. I don't want no memories. There you go.
So how did it feel when he asked you to leave?
I was cool with it, honestly. Only reason why I was cool with it because I saw a difference in my kids.
So when he said you leave, you mean like you leave the house?
Me leave the house.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Man,
you gotta realize, guys. You guys are in the minority. You are in a small minority. Man, there's a lot of men in this world.
Oh, let me show America. My bad.
Yes.
Here y'all go.
I'm gonna send a shout out to my husband, real man, Mystic Dragon. He's the great daddy that didn't have to be. When my buster left and shot the deuce to my 2.5-year-old, he slid in and took care of everything. When I say everything, everything. We didn't need a prenup. I have always been the nerd. He's a nerd too, but he's a hood nerd. He is always motivating me, pushing me, but we have an arrangement where someone's always there for our daughter. Our daughter has autism. He would purposely work jobs at night so he could be there during the day. And then when he was laid off, I was like, baby, don't go back to work. I got you. You know, this is what we're going to do. Raising these children is important. And he's so good, he even found a way to keep working, keep money coming through the home. And a lot of men aren't like that. My ex-husband lives right in Arlington.
Wow.
My daughter will tell you, Brandon Roy is my daddy. She don't know who that other man is. She'll tell you. And it's majority of men feel like when they're done with a woman, they done. And that sometimes, unfortunately, includes kids, which teachers, counselors, we see the after effects. So sometimes prenups would be useful because at least you finally, like you said, show me who you are and I will treat you as such. Once you have that conversation and you see that man is unable to handle that maturity, that means a warning sign. That means it's time to go.
And the prenup don't have to last through the whole entire marriage. You can just, people have all kinds of stipulations. If you leave within the first 5 years, then this is what it is. But if we stay together, we stay together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I don't really see it as a negative thing. It's that conversation that everybody's saying that you need to have. It's just this is what it is. It's a conversation. It's an establishment of, we love each other. We're gonna keep pushing each other.
Yes.
And as long as we stay on that path, we won't even have to worry about the prenup. Right. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, I agree with you saying. I don't negate what your choice is at all. Don't get it wrong. I just saying my thing is, what are we falling in love for? If we always gonna have like nowadays, in my opinion, we use divorce as well. If it don't work, we'll just get a divorce. I mean, you see that with hate to put them out there, Kevin Hart, Steve. Love you, Steve, but it's true. But I mean, you see, they fall back on if it don't work, we'll just get a divorce. I don't even want to go start dating you and already have that mindset. Yeah, it's it's no purpose of even being together. I just holler at you at 2:00 in the morning, come up for this 40 minutes. Your shoes are at the door. When we done, I'm gonna holler at you.
Look, you know me. Establish what it is and what it ain't before it becomes what it is. And
I'm not gonna get none. That's fine, man. Go on.
I'm going to tell you. Look, this ain't what you know.
Yeah. We're gonna take a real short break, man. I'm gonna get into the comments. We gotta come back. When we come in, we're coming back with Dr. B's Thought of the Day. You right here on More Music, More Radio, where our goal is always to motivate and move the masses, and you listen to the full 180 Convo. We'll be right back.
Show me it work or something. Hey, that chopper get to shaking like it twerk or something. Just be patient till them come. And you can't come around the spot unless you trying to purchase something. It's different kill around me each and every day. And too much movement can get you shot up in your face. They be the murder case because them boys didn't leave a trace. I hope this song right here run up some millions in a day. They ask about me, they gon' tell you I don't play. I need my money right away, I don't know how to wait. Remixing the bowls, I filled them halfway up with shake. And that shit was OG, but I charged them like it was cake. You better not send the drops unless that shit for sure. And when they do say hit, we get to screaming out, let's go. No, I on bitches, he gon' have his hoe. And you wasn't in the trap before I got hold to them bowls. All these beans with us, it look like laser quiz. Yeah, I was born rich, I just ain't got my payment yet. That constantly asking why I ain't signed to a label yet. Now if you wanna scream out brr, you gotta pay for that. Hey, dump the Glock, show me it work or something. Hey, that chopper get to shaking like it twerk or something. Just be patient till them come. And you can't come around the spot unless you trying to purchase something.
It's official. 1, 2, it's 3.
Official. We're here for a particular reason.
Time to put the keys to bed.
And that reason is...
It's time for the full 180.
Welcome back, y'all. This is one of my favorite months of the whole year besides my holiday month. But I'm Dr. B with the thought of the day. This month is Autism Awareness Month. This is one month that is very near dear to my heart. It has started my my teaching career, and I'm desperately trying to get back. But anyways, I just wanted to share a fact that 1 in 59 children in the U.S. will be diagnosed with autism. I can go on and on about what autism is, but the most important thing is to understand that it is not a disability. Mm-hmm. It is a different ability. And one thing I want y'all to know is that autism is a very unique ability. Most children or most people with autism have some type of unique genius about them. Mm-hmm. And what I thought was fascinating is that a lot of your surgeons, dentists, even physical therapists a lot have autism because they don't have to have the deep social skills to talk to you. Think about it. When you're in a dentist chair, you don't really talk to the dentist. You talk to the assistants and stuff like that. So they can come and work in your mouth and not really have to talk to you, but they know what they're doing. So that's one fun thing, fascinating thing about autism. I have so many more, so I can't wait till Wednesday to tell y'all some more.
Yeah, what up, Trey? My son, he's 24 years autism.
Shout out Michaela, baby. Her autism superpower is cranes. She can go to those crane machines with the stuffed animals in
right.
She killing them all the time.
Man,
she can pull them out instantly. Make anything out of Legos. She made a Glock out of Legos.
Oh.
You think I'm playing?
Say, man. Y'all gotta understand she's from Houston. She's from Houston.
Oh, okay.
Glock
with a clip.
With
a clip.
Shoot you.
Oh.
Wow.
Yep.
Man.
She wants to be a biomedical engineer.
Okay, cool.
That's fascinating.
Well, good.
Really
Look,
cool.
and you know what y'all saying that we need to do a show on autism. We're going to talk about that.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, some people need to be informed.
Right.
I'm all about informing people. Because some of us walk around and don't know. Like this prenup stuff, don't know. So, you know, make sure we get to these comments, man. Look, if you're trying to hit us up, call us on the line, 469-224-3874. Or you can comment. We'll definitely get you in. For Landa Way, hello, how are you? My man, Mr. Mystic Dragon, he's in the building. He say behind them draws. Let's see. Hello, Miss Frankie. Women walking with a purpose. She's in the building, hanging out with us. Philanda Wade said, "Let's let go and heal." But some of us are still not hurt. We just tired. You know how women get tired of dealing with the same creature that you keep choosing. Some dudes just get tired. It's not.
It's like Marvin said, "We stronger, we wiser, we better."
Say, look, and then y'all get mad because y'all taught us the game. Now we just flip the game on y'all. Now we use it on y'all. Now it's an issue. Okay, well, we keep moving. Let's see. Kim Caked Up. KC, you know I love Kim Caked Up. She says people change oftentimes a man has already left a relationship. Be fired, we know. But that's not some of us are not already checked out. Some of us really want to try to work it out. But the constant attitude, or if I'm trying to talk to you, we can't have a conversation. Or if I talk, it's an argument. If you talk, it's how I feel.
My feelings.
Oh my God. It's just like, can we have a conversation? Why can't we talk like you talk to your homegirl when you talking about me?
So men don't be in their feelings?
Say a word.
Do we talk about y'all? Look, I'm going to be real honest.
Do men be in their feelings?
Yeah, we get mad.
Okay. Because I just keep hearing emphasis of how women are in their feelings. Y'all want to talk, but we want to be in our feelings.
Well, see,
I'm just asking
we
a
can
question.
sit here and listen to y'all be in y'all feelings over and over and over again. And then y'all want to express and get your feelings out in the bedroom, and you know we take it there. Which is don't.
I ain't finished. Look, if I'm my feelings, we ain't doing that.
I'm not saying feelings about me, just in general. If you having a bad day, you having something, you got a lot of stress built up, you gonna want to get that stressed out, and we take that on too. And so when we get ready to talk, y'all see it as an attitude. Well, it might just be we just then took on all this energy and we just have to get it out some kind of way.
Yeah.
But let me say it like this: if you know why most men don't have those conversations, it's because the person is not set for me to talk to you. Because when I want to talk to you about how I feel, it's girl, he here acting like a bitch, or he here crying again.
He weak.
So then you get mad.
Who y'all dealing with?
Then you get mad.
Absolutely.
The same city y'all dealing with.
No.
The same ones y'all dealing with. Well, y'all might not deal with them no more. But this person I'm talking about, y'all done dealt with them. Some of y'all used to be married to them. I can raise up both hands. I was married to her.
I was married to an emotional.
Oh, I learned. Thank you, G. You gonna learn today. Today. But I'm just saying, with that being said, it's just like you have to, even with me and I tell you all the time, me being divorced was nothing about her. We were just not good for each other. It wasn't the kids, it wasn't nothing. We still talk today. We cool. I cheer her on, whatever she doing. I got a chance to talk to the youngest one maybe 3 weeks ago when I was going through all that. I mean, it was fine. But I mean, within that, my thing, what I'm getting at is that I had a chance to learn. As they say, you keep walking around that tree. I got tired of walking around that tree. And if you know what I'm talking about, I'm referring to something in the Bible. So I learned some things. So the same things that I want, I try to set for. So my thing is, when I'm with you, I want to set a comfortable space where you can talk about anything. I'm not getting my feelings, whatever you feel like.
But then I'm confused. So you're saying, but can't people talk and be in their feelings and just confide in you? Like if I'm not necessarily, like we're in a relationship, not necessarily that I got an issue with you. I'm in my feelings about something you did, but I'm just in my feelings and I just need to communicate and talk to somebody. And it may come off aggressive and it may come off towards you. You may feel, that you did something. But if we're having those conversations, what difference does it make if somebody's in their feelings? Because it's got to come out some kind of way. Who else are they going to talk to? They homegirl who going to tell you, girl, you need to leave him. They mama who going to be looking at you crazy every time you go and visit their house. Right, like, who else are you going to talk to?
Got you with that. Go ahead.
But how long, I guess from my experience, how long do we be a prisoner of y'all perception? You say, well, so-and-so, I feel this way, or I feel like you're being mean to me. I may just be a passionate man, and the way I speak and articulate may come off as me being aggressive. But you have some females who feel like, oh, well, he's talking real harsh to me. I just may be passionate about our situation. And I get what you're saying, because when y'all in y'all feelings, y'all really just passionate about how y'all feel or how we've made y'all feel. Right. And it's really just a block in communication.
And I think that's just because of the way people perceive or receive things. Women our makeups are just different. Women can deal with things a lot different than men can deal with the same situation. Because I'm sitting here just listening, and it's just like we're all really saying the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, in reference specific to what you're saying, if she cannot learn you and understand that you're just passionate in the way you talk, then maybe you shouldn't be talking to her. Right.
Maybe
you shouldn't be with her at all.
Agree.
I just had this conversation.
And that's why I said you can't have a conversation. Like I've been told, you so aggressive. No, you got to understand aggressive and passionate. When I'm aggressive, I'm really quiet.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. Anybody tell you if I get quiet and I start thinking,
I want to tear some stuff up.
Leave me alone.
Look, I just had this conversation yesterday. Like seriously. And we were just talking, and he said something that was messed up. I was like, dang, well, F you. That was messed up. But then we just kept on talking. Like, what you talking about? You said something that was jacked up, and, I thought about it, but, it rolled right off. But I just want you to know, F you. And we just keep on going.
And most people don't understand. Most times it's not what's said, it's how it's said.
Yes.
Most times we can talk and have a conversation all day long, but if you come at me sideways, I'm gonna raise that eyebrow, whether it's the left or the right. But I'm a venter. I don't need you to fix it. I just need you to listen to me.
Very, very, very key point, because men want to fix it, women want to vent. So a lot of times men find themselves, man, she always complaining. She always got something to say. She just needs to be heard and validated. And I think it's a comment. Prenups are a comment on our current state in relationships, our maturity level as a culture. Because you're right. Everyone's like half the foot in the door, half the foot out the door. You're like, well, if this don't work, I'll just get a divorce. Right. No, you're right. But it is a comment on the fact that our society is for instant gratification. And if it's not gratifying me, I'm going to move on.
Right.
Love it. So let me ask y'all this. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying I'm glad she pointed out the vent versus the fix, because it's like, it goes back to what I said. Who else is she going to vent to? If she can't vent to her man without him trying to fix it or feeling like she nagging or got an attitude or whatever, then who else is she gonna vent to?
And I guarantee you that's us sometimes. It ain't towards you. It's we want to do something, but we can't. So of course. And then my whole thing is that if you my lady, I know when you talking. This is just me, America. When you talking, I don't take that after harsh. You can do all that. I'm listening to the meat. I don't care about all them sides you talking about. This, and that. Okay, so that's the issue. Okay, let's stick on that issue. I'm listening to you. But and then it's common, and y'all can correct me too, brothers, for us to want to fix it. If you would have dude America and he wants you to hurt, you need to pack your stuff tonight. Tell him I said it. Pack your stuff tonight. Call somebody and find you somewhere to stay. Cause that ain't that brother for you.
And I was just sitting here thinking, like, sometimes when we know that our man wants to fix a lot of stuff, we won't even bring it to him because we know if he can't fix it, he might have an issue within himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's not that we don't want our man to help. It's more of I don't want to put something else on my man for him to think about fixing that he really can't.
That he can't.
But we are help meets, so we supposed to try to help each other. Now I don't encourage no dude to be Superman. I burnt my cake a long time ago. I'm done. I can only do as much as I can do. But let me ask you this, and I want to start with you about this question. With this prenup thing, do you think, well, I read this, so you can tell me if it's correct. So it states that majority of the way, no, not majority, let me make sure I said it right. It is single parents that are raising daughters and kids that are advising them of the whole prenup. You don't need him, you don't this, you don't that. Shouldn't as your parents stay the hell out of my business?
Funny you should say that. A marriage is between a man and a woman.
Yes, ma'am.
First and foremost. I had to give one of my relatives some sage advice that when you invite the mothers and the others into your marriage, you inviting the devil in as well. The conversation needs to be had between the man and the woman. The prenup had its birthplace in involving family members, mothers, and others, and it taints the marriage. It makes love kind of nasty. It's like that aftertaste when you bite into something. It was good when you put it in your mouth, but now that it's sitting there marinating, it don't taste that good. That's what a prenup does to a marriage. If you're in it to be in it for love, and love is a misunderstanding between two fools, but if you're in it for love, prenups can't become the picture. It can't become the relationship. It has to be something that takes a back seat and has only a business attachment to it. You can still have the love, but just make sure it's not about the things. It's about the relationship. And that comes from building and talking and having conversations. And that's why single mothers are advising their daughters, and because it's their pain. It's their pain, their hurt that they're shouldering on those kids. So, like I said, if you're going to get married, leave the mother and the others out of it.
What y'all think?
I see no...
What do you advise your daughter?
Right now at 16, just go to school. But
True, but I'm talking about if she, let's say if niece, what up niece? If she end up, let's say she find a dude and say, Dad, I got a boyfriend. What would you, and then, let's see right there. Let's take it a step further. She's in college. She starts dating a brother. It gets serious. Maybe they start talking about being married. What do you inform her, knowing that what you have went through in your own personal relationship?
Well, I do give her this advice, and she has discussed that one day she wants to have children. And the only advice I give her so far as children is, unless he's putting his hands on you and endangering you or the children, never keep your children's father from the children. Right. And because she clearly knows what went on between me and her mother. Mm-hmm. So I never try to put my fears on her. I wanted to make her own decisions, and her mother and I, we got her decisions. But just, I just wanted to understand that separate you, the parent, from the failed relationship, right. If it does fail. Mm-hmm. So I don't want her to go through the same thing I went through, because when her mother kept her from me, it hurt me and her.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I never want her put her in a situation where, well, F him. When you mad at him, take the kids from him. Because her mom used her as a weapon against me, and it damaged our relationship. So that's advice I would give my daughter. That's advice I give my daughter.
I feel that same thing with me. I don't hold no balls with my kids. I tell them straight up. I tell them how I used to be. I tell them how they see what I did, in my marriage and everything, so they understand. And then if they got questions, they always ask me. I don't hold nothing back, and I tell them straight up. You know, and if they just got questions, they gonna have questions. But I always let them know, hey, you ain't gotta be with that person if they gonna treat you bad. You don't have to be with them.
From the female point of view, KC,
mind your business. It's that simple. I think people really need to mind their own business. When it comes to my kids, it's no holds barred. They tell me everything. But at the ages that they are, I suggest to them, if they take their own, if they do what they want to do, they do what they want to do. But understand there's consequences behind what you do. Mm-hmm. Your decision is your decision. Now, you could have went this way because I've already laid the blueprint for you to not do it this way. Right. Because I've already lived this life. Right. I've already been 18, 21, and 27. Right. So I know how this is going to go. I can tell you. But if you want to follow your own path, bump your head, understand there's consequences behind it. And that's all I can say. Yep. My kids know what their father and I went through. Don't repeat the same cycle. Now, if you choose to, that's up to you. I don't hold nothing back. But at the end of the day, when it comes to parents and their children, especially grown children that are moving on to do what they need to do, especially, let's say, older. I'm not saying that 18, 19 age. But mind your business. Yes. If they get married and he come to you, send your son home, send your daughter home. Yeah. Don't come over here with all of that. Right. And that's what mothers and fathers don't understand. They want to get too involved. Right. Hey, you married her. Fix it. Right. Now, if you want to come to say, Mama, what you think, I can give you a suggestion. But at the end of the day, you ain't staying over here tonight. You married her. Ooh, you don't get to come home. Go over there. You married him. Right. Don't come home. That's my grandfather. Because if everybody coming, you bring the kids and him. Don't you come over here by yourself.
I love it. That's my grandfather. You come over. I came over there venting about something. He was like, "You good?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, well, you can go home now, because can't leave that here." I kind of looked at him and just walked to the door.
That's that wisdom. That's that wisdom.
Dr. B.
Man, I was just sitting here thinking, my kids tell me what they gonna do after going through all of this.
What up, twin?
My son say, "Look, Mama, I'm traveling the world playing soccer till I'm 40, and then I'll get married." But no, on the real, I just teach my children just to make sure that they follow their own passion, their own path. I can only take you so far. You know, you're only with me for 18 years. Right. And maybe a little bit after that. But you will be an adult a lot longer than you were at home. True. You know what I mean? So whatever decisions you have that you make, know that there is a consequence, whether it's positive or negative. But as far as relationships and marriage and children, I always tell them, live the life that you want to live before you do any of that, because you're going to sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice. And if you're not ready to sacrifice your time, your life, or any of that, do everything you always wanted to do, whether it's go to college and start your career, whether it's, travel the world, whatever it is. Right. Stay with Mama. If you want to stay with me for a little longer than usual, you're going to be working and stuff, but you can stay.
Right. J-O-B is the word for the day.
Right, and that's why I was constantly trying to start businesses so that I can get them on the right path to at least get that part out of the way, so that financial issue won't be an issue for them. Gotcha. But yeah, I don't, as Charles said, I don't hold back with the children. I mean, sometimes people are surprised when they talk to them because they're very intelligent. They are researchers just like their mama, and so. So yeah, I don't force anything on those kids.
Cool. One thing that I've learned when I first got married, my second time, first got married, we went on a cruise and we met this couple that had been together for 63 years. Wow. And I said, what's the secrets to staying together? He said, breaking up wasn't an option. It wasn't even something on the table. Whether cheating, other people, money issues, alcoholism, they stayed through it and they fought through it, and their relationship was stronger for it. So that's just the bottom line. Prenup or not, hang in there. Go for the long haul, because you never know. Sometimes you got to grow, and in you growing, it might be pains, but they're growing pains, and that relationship will get closer.
Yes, ma'am. Well, look, man, prenup. Is it necessary or unnecessary? You decide. You heard what we had to say. We gave you our perspective. We want you to take have a conversation with your mate. Have a conversation. Not necessarily in your feelings, but have a conversation and tell them how you feel about the situation. And if you get to the point you want to have a prenup, hey, if y'all agree to it, it's okay. Nobody has to know what y'all have going on. But at the end of the day, I guess my thing is if you marry for love, learn how to stay in love. Learn how to be in love. Learn what it takes to even wake up to see love every day. I tend to tell people my next situation, when I was with Ty, I used to always say, no matter what happened, I used to always wake up looking for the best in her. Every day. No matter what it was. So, that being said, man, it's about that time for us to get out of here. But we got to have the last word. Miss Casey Estelle.
Thank you all for listening. Clint, thank you for being on the show with us today. Everybody, just understand that you know you better than anybody else knows you. Have these hard conversations, because they could kill a lot of other issues that can come up in the relationship. And I don't care what the relationship is. I don't care if it's mother, daughter. I don't care what it is. Talk is very essential. So again, thank you all. Hey ladies, it's April the 10th, 11 a.m. So I'm super excited. I will make sure everybody gets the Zoom link to tune in, and I'm going to surprise you with the topic. So we're going to have a good time, ladies. So hey ladies, it's coming strong.
Dr. B.
Oh man, I was sitting here just thinking about show. I was like, man, I'm so proud of her. Okay, I am. I'm just like in awe. I just want to say, for America, that if you dating me, I'm a hustler, and you just gotta know.
To the T.
So but the thing is, I'ma hold it down when I need to hold it down. You know what I mean? And I can, we can go on about that. But anyway, as far as tonight's show, I'm very happy that Mr. Irrational is in the house. It's been a while since we saw you. We glad to see you. Thank you, Miss License Roy. Of course, I'm so glad that you're back.
And healthy.
Healthy, absolutely. And this was a good topic. I kind of held back a little bit on some stuff. I didn't want to dominate the whole conversation because, I'm gangster anyway. But, no, I'm just playing. But that's it.
License Roy.
Marriage is not something you take lightly. It's a gift. For those of you who approach it, do the right thing. Talk about stuff before you get married. You often know and see the red flags before you walk down the aisle. And ladies, we are notorious for wanting that big show, that wedding, that with the dress, that the bridesmaid. And meanwhile, we got a chump walking down the aisle. And that doesn't mean us any good. So premarital counseling is a must. A must. We need to start investing in our mental health and healthy habits. And that means having grown folks conversation. If we don't have grown folks actions and grown folks contracts, then we need to have grown folk conversation.
Come on, License. Tell them what it is. And if you need that guidance, tell them how they can reach you, doctor.
As always, you can hit up Phoenix Media and Counseling, or you can hit up Therapy Inspired. I am affiliated with that practice, and we do accept insurance. So come on down.
My brother, it's been a minute. We always tight and glued. Like what they say, JJ, like pantyhose, two sides of smile.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. None other than my brother, Mr. Clint Baker.
Just want to thank you guys for inviting me on tonight. I sincerely appreciate it. this group of people is a good group of people, and this show is favored, and of course favor's not fair, and I do pray that God moves in this situation, and you guys are doing great. I remember when it started and to where it's grown to now, so I definitely appreciate you guys inviting me, and I still continue to watch and support, and thank you.
Man, brother, we always appreciate you, fam. Not last and definitely not least, none other than that brother, DJ Legend.
Man, good show. Love the topic. It brought up a lot of situations. So, America, if y'all listening, again, communicate. Appreciate you, my boy, coming through. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we miss you. So, hey, ladies, coming through. April 10th.
Hey, ladies.
That's what's up.
Is that a
Dr.
Sunday?
B? Huh?
That on a Sunday?
No.
Saturday. It's on a Saturday.
Oh, okay. I heard it say 11 a.m.
Yep, 11 a.m.
Yeah, 11
Saturday
a.m.
morning.
Saturday morning.
You know,
Dr.
that
B,
brunch time.
always. Man, but keep God first. Good night. We see y'all Wednesday.
Thank you, Russell Simmons. Once again, we're always right here. Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 to 10. Hey, make sure you tell a friend to tell another friend. We're having that raw perspective conversation. Some of that stuff that you want to talk about. Some of y'all thinking about wanting to do a prenup now. I know you are. Go to and ask the question. Don't be scared. Look, hey, ladies, man, we are definitely excited about that, man. Like I said, this is what the core is, but I want everybody to branch off, do their own thing. So it is going to be very exciting because she gets to do her first show in her hometown. Man, make sure y'all make Hey Ladies big. Don't forget, we got the shirts coming, the apparel, the full 180. They'll be on sale at the actual Juneteenth celebration. Man, we want you to come out there, have a good time. We'll have a booth. We get to do a live show. Thank you, Mr. Darrell Blair, for giving us the opportunity. Brother, I will be reaching out to you soon. We thank his lovely daughter and his new soon to be married into the family, Mr. Reggie, man, for bringing him my way, man. And we're gonna make a blessing out of it. We're gonna all be out there at the Juneteenth celebration, the full 180. See Murder be doing his
full 180 takeover.
And see, we ride together. We die together. We full 180 for life. Boy, I can't believe we made that up that quick. Look, I live by 2 months, man. Faith and fear cannot dwell in the same place. And until you reach the other side while you're on this side, remember to always love, live, and laugh. We out of here, man. For the CEO, Mr. Malik Ali, catching Monday through Friday on the Mike Music Show. Mondays and Fridays with K-Flow. And we're back here Wednesday at 9. Make sure you tune in. We talking about it. Today we talked about prenup. Wednesday we talk about the 80-20 rule. We out of here.
Try Jesus, not me, 'cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, please don't try me, because I'm fine. I know what he said about getting slapped. But if you touch me or mine, we gon' have to scrap. So, try Jesus, please don't try me, because I'm fine. I have no problem laying these hands. Try Jesus, don't try me, 'cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, please don't try me, because I'm fine. Oh, you said, turn the other cheek. Oh, but this one part of the Bible that just don't sit right with me. So try Jesus, please don't
don't try me, 'cause I fight. I have no problem laying these hands.